I went into work every single day knowing full well that I could die. As children, we were taught to get outside if we were ever in a burning building. We had fire drills at school and drew up escape plans at home with our families. Smoke inhalation could kill you. Flames could burn your skin, your muscles, your organs. Nothing about a fire says, "Hey, pull up a chair and stay a while." Yet somehow, I'd grown up and had decided all of that was rubbish. I ran into burning buildings for a living. 1,500-degree flames licked at the top of my head as I pushed further into the inferno, while other people ran out. Some might call me crazy, but I wouldn't trade my career as a lieutenant in the New York City Fire Department for anything. I ran my tongue over my top teeth as I stared at the stack of personnel files cluttering my desk in the firehouse. Those files represented one of the most important decisions I'd have to make as a lieutenant. It was a decision I'd made 3 times in my 7 years at Ladder 171, but it never got any easier. Adding a new firefighter to our roster had to be done with calculated precision. Picking the wrong person could be disastrous. Trust was a bitch of a thing, so when I say I trusted the guys I ran in with to do everything they could to save my ass, just like I would do for them, it meant a hell of a lot. That kind of trust went beyond a typical relationship. At any given moment, one of us could be in deep shit, knocking on death's door. And above all, we had faith that our brothers would rescue us or die trying. I snatched the top personnel file off the pile and thumbed through it yet again. I practically had it memorized, but I was no closer to being decisive about this one. Victoria Masters, age 34, height 5'9", weight 146 pounds, years on FDNY 6, current assignment Ladder 145, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. I tapped my pen against the open file and let out a breath. If my friend Declan Murphy hadn't personally endorsed her, I wouldn't have entertained the idea. It's not that I'm against women in the FDNY. As long as you can do the job, I don't care what's between your legs. But I've got to admit, I was apprehensive. Bringing a woman into a firehouse wasn't something to be taken lightly. We had an ambulance in our quarters, and all but 2 of the paramedics were women, so we weren't a house completely full of testosterone. But putting a woman on my truck was different. A tapping on the window drew my attention away from the file, and I glanced up to find Brix's goofy grin on the other side of the glass. He pointed at me, then cupped his hands against his chest like he was pawing at a pair of boobs while blowing air kisses. Then he pointed behind him toward the apparatus floor. I didn't have to be an expert at charades to know what he meant. Victoria Masters had arrived. I closed the folder and took my time crossing the small office before opening the door. "I take it I've got a visitor?" "Sure do, Lou. And damn, she's fine." This is going to be a disaster.